Good evening, roller derby fans, and welcome to Coastal Chaos 2018, a WFTDA-Recognized Tournament brought to you by the Rock Coast Rollers of Rockport, Maine, and New England Roller Derby Report. Our next game will feature the All-Stars of a Lehigh Valley Roller Derby, located in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, versus the Happy Valley Dolls of State College Area Roller Derby, located in State College, Pennsylvania. So it is a Pennsylvania versus Pennsylvania semifinal matchup, Chad. I am Gretchen Little here with Chad Newt.
Hey there, everybody. So we'll see tomorrow, undoubtedly a Pennsylvania versus Texas final.
That is correct. Rockin' City taking care of business a couple of hours ago versus the hosts, the Rock Coast Rollers. Rockin' City, interestingly enough, played against State College Area Roller Derby in the final game of the River Valley Riot in Ohio in the end of November of last year. State College came out with the win on that one. So I'm sure both teams kind of looking forward to a grudge match, but especially Rockin' City. Lehigh Valley, of course, is said from Bethlehem. They will be wearing the pink shirts. State College in the black. Despite the fact that both these teams are from Pennsylvania, it's been at least 7 years since they have played. Almost prehistoric.
Almost prehistoric. In fact, I didn't see on flat track stats when you match these up, it says they've never played each other.
Yeah.
So looking down over the rosters, starting with Lehigh Valley Roller Derby, we have 108 Becken Hayter, 13 Sylvestra Shalom, 18 Christy Winkler, 1851 Sasquatch, 215 Double Barrel Hot Guns, 29 Tort, 303 Bunsen Burner, 31 Helen DeRink, 53 Wayward Stay, 612 Razor Ramona, 66 Lynn Diesel, 707 Captain Barb Dwyer, 88 Pin Pushin', 926 Greaves, and 932 MJ Slammer.
For the Happy Valley Dolls of Scar Derby is what they go by. Number 0 is Anya Arson. Number 10 is Scott. Number 12, Let Her Havoc. Number 13, Black Widow. Number 16, and Captain Ammunition. Number 18, Lucifer Ace, wearing the A today. Number 22, Taylor So Swifty. Number 415, Lore Axe. Number 420, the Ovarian Fist. Number 6, Claire Violent. Number 69, Danny Savage. Number 75 is Zombabe. Number 911 is Disaster Girl. Number 97 is Coltrane. Number 99 is Blackout Betty. And the coaching staff for State College, Littlefoot, Killam, Raven Lunatic, and they will be using a third base coach, the Mad Splatter. Yes, one of these teams will go on to play Rockin' City. This is a semifinal matchup.
MJ Slammer will take the star for Lehigh Valley to start us off. And in black, we have Let Her Havoc.
Let Her Havoc tells me that her parents are watching at home, so shout out to them.
Hey there.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
Okay. Ready for action, and we are underway. This second semifinal game, MJ Slammer immediately assists of finding lead jammer position.
But not too far behind is Let Her Havoc.
Yeah, these jammers are fast. And MJ Slammer finds room, a 4-point pass to start the game. Barb Dwyer next to go for Lehigh Valley, and Danny Savage with the star for State College.
That was a quick enough jam that we never saw the pack get out of turn 2.
No, we're not even a minute gone by in the first period. Here we go now. Danny Savage and Barb Dwyer, the jammers, it's full pack. Oh, and finding room on the inside Barbed wire through. Again, State College springing their jammer almost simultaneously.
Yeah, Danny Savage, though, came on quick. Pigtails flying around 3 and 4. Cut down that distance. And maybe held to just 3 points on this.
Well, it's a full 4. It's a full 4, so Lehigh Valley with the early lead now, 8-0. State College still looking to get off the snide. Zombabe on the line for State College.
And then Helen DeRink, number 31, with the pink and black helmet cover.
Okay, it's a 4-3 pack advantage now in favor of Lehigh Valley as Lucifer Ace is standing in the penalty box. Oh, and Helen DeRink.
All kinds of room on that outside for her.
Yeah, holding on her toe stops, making it through. And now Zombabe is through as well. Ooh, and Helen DeRink. Will she be called off?
Yeah. No, almost looked like we might have a back block there. It doesn't look like it got called.
Don't want to put words in anybody's mouth, but 3 points. Oh, Helen DeRink is now that is an interesting development there. I wonder whether she was in any event 3 points put up by Zombabe and a power start on this fourth jam for Scott. Scott actually won the most valuable jammer yesterday when Lehigh Valley won their first game. We are getting a little bit of official time out, and the officials now getting everything squared away. 27 minutes. The clock is stopped now.
Shout out from Libby V on the stream. Go Pennsylvania Roller Derby. Shout out to Scar Derby and Disaster Girl and her co-evil genius. Also, shout out to Lehigh Roller Derby and MJ Slammer.
All right. Well,
my teaspoon.
We're glad to have you along. I remember Disaster Girl when she used to skate. She actually skated for the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Roller Radicals for a while. And back in the day when you could use letters for your number, her number was "Oh no."
That's awesome.
Yeah. I always loved watching Disaster Girl play. Okay, Scott will be beginning a power jam as we're checking out now. Swifty and Ammunition on the track along with Lorax for State College. And Scott, first jam of the day. Making it through, she is lead. And State College can make up the lead right on this pass, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah, that was a really nice job by her teammates to provide room on that inside lane. It was simple and clean, and she was able to pull away with 5 points.
Second scoring pass now is Scott with 10 points on this jam. Helen DeRink out of the penalty box, but still on an initial pass. Scott looking on the inside, and this is a 4-point pass.
And Helen DeRink on the initial pass still.
Finally through. Scott now with one to beat at front. She will call off the jam. We're going to see what she got on the final pass. Ooh, an additional 4 points, and just like that, State College rocketing into the lead on the 18-point jam by Scott.
Sasquatch taking the line alongside Havoc.
Yep, letter Havoc for State College. Both of these jammers with a lot of speed. We're back to 5-on-5 derby. Lehigh Valley taking the front of the pack. I'm hearing a whistle. We're waiting to see who's going off. Boy, it is a very rough pack. Letter Havoc out first.
Apologies to those at home that got confused by the score there. Sometimes what's on the scoreboard and the order that it is not necessarily what we get on the overlay, so we just fix it.
Ooh, Letter Havoc calling off the jam. Sasquatch hitting her, not on purpose at all, and I believe there's a proper no call there, as there was contact after the call off, but certainly not. Okay, 3 points put up by Letter Havoc, 24-10 in favor of State College. And for Lehigh Valley, 9:32 is MJ Slammer.
MJ Slammer, you can just barely see down there.
Yeah, getting low and getting out.
Eking through.
Danny Savage, jamming for State College, has completed the initial pass, but MJ Slammer with at least a third of the track advantage, and MJ is going to call off the jam. We're going to see what the scoreboard says. 0 for State College. And this is something I like to see, Chad. I like to see the jam referee conferring with the outside pack referee to make sure they have the scoring properly.
Especially in a situation like that where it was just very chaotic in a split second.
Yeah. 3 points awarded to MJ on that pass. So we are on the
Zombabe and Barb Dwyer,
the
jammers of note.
Yep, penalty box is emptied. Both teams at full strength. No, but ammunition will report for State College. Nice rollback by Anya Arson on Barb Dwyer. Zombabe finds room. Lead jammer, State College.
So State College will have a quick opportunity for points before they probably will want to call it.
And that's exactly what Zombabe does.
Maybe 2 points here for State College.
We'll
see. We see that conferring.
Not too many more than that. I think you are correct, Chad.
Yeah,
well, hey, boy, you got a future as a jam ref,
maybe.
Chad.
If only I had skates and could skate as
well.
That would be the other.
That's okay. You know, what do the teams always say? We'll teach you all the rest.
I'd rather stay here behind the microphone and occasionally be wrong than have the
have the pressure. Yeah,
right.
That's the thing that you've got to.
I couldn't do it.
Oh my gosh, these officials. I mean, they get it right so often, and nonetheless, they're under pressure every call. This is Helen DeRink for Lehigh Valley taking on Scott for State College. Helen DeRink looking inside, getting bounced outside, and State College doing a good job reforming up front. However, Helen DeRink, lead jammer, Lehigh Valley. Oh, we have a star pass now.
Yeah.
This is going to Taylor Swifty. Yeah, for State College. That'll force the call off. Swifty actually getting 1 point there. 4 points for Lehigh Valley. Okay, so it's a 10-point game. 21:35 to go. Not many multi-pass scoring opportunities right now, as both teams pretty closely matched. We've got Letter Havoc ready to go, and this is Sasquatch for Lehigh Valley. Sasquatch gets lead, gets taken down.
Letter Havoc taking lead. Sasquatch
doesn't realize that she's lead right now. Now she does, and she's calling off the jam quickly. Let's see whether Letter Havoc was able to capitalize. She's looking to the inside. Alternate Lucifer Ace having a word with the officiating crew. I don't see any points awarded. No, it's a scoreless jam. So, Sasquatch calling it off just in time.
Yeah.
Okay. Penalty box starting to get some business.
Yep. Double barrel hot guns and Savage. Danny Savage out on the line.
Yeah, Danny Savage. It's the first time Danny Savage has gotten to work with the lead. She's gotten through quickly, but hasn't been awarded lead.
No, she's picked up 1, 2, maybe a full 5 now.
Yes, a 5-point pass for Danny Savage, and double barrel hot guns still on the initial pass.
Danny Savage, she's going to pick up a back block there. Nope. Savage is through clean.
Yeah, another 5-point pass. And we have a jammer penalty. We're waiting for the call. Danny Savage going to town. Danny Savage with 15, and double barrel hot guns all of a sudden sitting down for Lehigh Valley. Danny Savage taken down. A forearm penalty's going against somebody. Oh, this is the jam of the game right now, Chad.
Yeah, this is a game-deciding, sometimes game-breaking opportunity, and it's so early in the game.
Sure.
Lehigh Valley has done pretty well so far, but I don't know that, at least for this first half, and another penalty picked up, that's going to feel soul-crushing.
Oh, without a doubt. Danny Savage now with 25 points on this jam. There's only 10 seconds left on the jam clock. Savage is going to call it off. And so double barrel hot guns is frozen in the penalty box, still sitting down.
And we'll have Zombabe on the line all by her lonesome.
Yeah. 4-on-4 in the pack, I believe, but State College has shown talent for springing their jammers. Early on, Lehigh Valley got the first few leads of the game, but since then, State College has been doing a pretty good job.
And the lead for Zombabe. Lots of time for the All-Stars of Lehigh Valley.
That's right.
They just got to keep their heads in the game and try to assemble slow point gains, but the defense is going to have to just stay on top of it.
Sure.
And there's no room for mistakes.
No, not at this point. Now the power jam is concluded. Double barrel hot guns sprung from the penalty box. She runs into Anya Arson on the inside. Zombabe getting very handily dealt with by Razor Ramona. Double barrel hot guns through the pack. Zombabe going to call off the jam. And that's a 9-0 jam. All of a sudden, State College 61, Lehigh Valley 17. Speaking of 17, it's 17 minutes and 6 seconds to go in this first period. Time out, Lehigh Valley. We have any messages from the viewing public, Chad?
I think everyone's kind of just engrossed in the game so far.
Okay. As we said, this is a WFTDA-Recognized tournament, and there's plenty to talk about when it comes to the WFTDA-Recognized tournaments. While allowing for various tournament structures, the Recognized Tournament Program establishes a consistent standard for tournament officiating and games management. There are other recognized tournaments going on this weekend in California. The Boardwalk Empire, hosted by Santa Cruz Derby Girls. Coastal Chaos, of course, right here. The K-Town Shakedown in Kalamazoo, hosted by Kalamazoo Derby Darlings. And Southern Discomfort 2018, hosted by Columbia Roller Derby in Columbia, South Carolina. Timeout has taken its course. We are ready to go.
If you want to see some slick, great-looking derby production, check out that Boardwalk tournament. It looks phenomenal. I actually caught a little bit between some of our games earlier today.
Oh, well, and it's on the West Coast, so if you're watching on our coast, you've got plenty of time to catch the final couple of games today. Thanks for the tip, Chad.
Yeah, they're right on YouTube. You can search for them. You'll find them.
Oh, my. MJ Slammer is lead. She's going to call off the jam. She attempted an apex jump, and 1 point going to State College, 0 to Lehigh Valley. That apex jump wasn't, MJ wasn't able to land it. And as a result, coming in at the end of the jam, Scott picking up 1 for State College. Again, if you're just joining us, State College in the black, Lehigh Valley in the pink or magenta, I guess you could call it. This is Let Her Havoc now, jamming for State College. It's Barb Dwyer for Lehigh Valley.
Barb Dwyer doing a really good job getting around in the front.
That's right.
Showed a lot of tenacity. So here is the lead jammer for Lehigh Valley All-Stars.
Quick star pass to Lucifer Ace.
There was a couple of easy points in the penalty box for her as well. So
okay.
I'm sure she'll be happy to take those.
Yeah, we're waiting to okay, that's a 3-point win for Lehigh Valley. Yeah, with 15 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first period, Lehigh can get back into this game by single pass scoring jams.
Libby V says, "Go Gretchen," hands down, one of my all-time favorite announcers.
Oh, thanks, Libby.
Thanks, Libby.
We appreciate it. And Coach Sprinkles now is asking for an official review on the Lehigh Valley side. We'll have more information about that in just a couple of minutes.
Ika662, Go State College, obviously State College fan.
Oh, yeah.
And Madeline Burr, a big fan of Zombie.
Okay. Well, State College really have done quite a job of establishing roller derby in the Happy Valley. Happy Valley, of course, where Penn State is located, for those of you not familiar with Pennsylvania geography. An interesting kind of note, it's basically in the geographical center of the state. And the joke among those of us who travel the state fairly regularly is that State College is equally inconvenient to get to from anywhere in the state. There's really no easy way to get there except flying. There's a very nice little airport there, but only about 10 flights in and out per day. Definitely a nice place to fly out of. The security is a joy to get through in the State College Airport. Okay, so Sprinkles asking for an official review on the Lehigh Valley side, and this could be one of those momentum shifts here if Lehigh Valley could prevail on an official review.
I love a good momentum shift. We've had some nice ones this weekend, and we've seen teams take advantage of even the slightest change in momentum.
Sure, and well, I tell you what, Sprinkles was, he immediately entered the infield and asked for this official review. I'm not even going to speculate about what he is asking for. I'd like to mention a couple of our in-house sponsors for Coastal Chaos 2018. Our VIP scoreboard sponsor, All Kind. Their flagship store is in Portland, Maine. They offer batch-tempered, hand-poured, and hand-wrapped caregivers dosed chocolate bars. You can medicate, you can elevate, and you can motivate with All Kind. Also want to thank the VIP scoreboard sponsor, VIP Tires and Service. You'll get the lowest price on tires every day, and they're backed by a 200% money-back guarantee. So when you need tires, turn to VIP.
Maggie is cheering for State College. She's watching from the ER. I hope either you're doing okay, Maggie, or I hope your shift in the ER goes well. So
that's correct, Maggie. Thanks for...
No context about the ER other than that.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to get some word on what the official review was about in a little bit. I'm not seeing a change on the scoreboard.
I'm hearing...
We're listening in on the house call. A low block had been called on barbed wire at the
Yeah.
end of that jam, and Sprinkles was asking to review it. I see barbed wire still in the penalty box, so that would indicate to me that Lehigh Valley has lost their official review.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Winning the lead jammer status, though, is number 69. That's Danny Savage.
Danny Savage, a long-time Happy Valley doll. One of the things about State College is they have retained the nucleus of their team for several seasons, which is always a winning strategy.
Well, it sounds like it's difficult to get in and out of. So I guess if you're there, you're there.
You're there. If you're there, you're there. And a lot of the State College skaters are affiliated with the university either as graduate students or graduate assistants or actual professors.
Oh,
so
fantastic.
yeah. So it's a closely knit group, and they're actually two teams. They will play home games from time to time with the Pennsylvania Punishers and the Mount Nittany Mayhem. So we are ready to go. Jam number 15 underway.
Zombabe.
Yeah, this is Zombabe.
Helen DeRink.
Helen DeRink taking on Zombabe. It's actually a pack advantage in favor of Lehigh Valley as Ammunition is standing in the penalty box.
Zombabe through the middle.
Oh, and Zombabe, lead jammer, despite the pack disadvantage. Helen DeRink popped by Anya Arson, but she will. Oh, no, it's a star pass. Excuse me. 53. Wayward Stay, the jammer of record now. Zombabe's going to shut it down. A 4-point pass, and the Happy Valley Dolls taking control of this first period, Chad.
I didn't hear what you just said because I was so distracted. I'm only just realizing now we have a pink dinosaur down here on.
Yes.
So because I haven't been watching the monitor, so I didn't know what that camera on top was seeing.
Yes.
I got distracted by the angry dragon.
The pink dinosaur, part of the State College coaching staff. Okay, we've got Sasquatch for Lehigh Valley versus Scott for State College. Scott hung up in the back of the pack. Sasquatch fighting against Coltrane, lead jammer, Lehigh Valley.
Sasquatch worked hard for that. I don't know if she's going to get to do anything with this lead jam or not. Probably not.
No, because at this point in the first period, it's not really a time to gamble with a situation where you give away any additional points.
And I don't think that gambling against State College is a good idea in the least bit.
We got MJ Slamher on the line for Lehigh Valley. Letter Havoc wearing the star for State College. And we are underway, both teams at full strength. Letter Havoc looking for room on the outside. She found it. Oh, slam her with a nice spin move, able to escape the pack. Lehigh Valley tightening up, and MJ Slammer coming in.
Did she steal some points?
It would have, no.
Nope, she did not.
2 points for Letter Havoc, 0 for Lehigh Valley. So, the Happy Valley Dolls, 77. Lehigh Valley All-Stars, 20. 10 minutes and 50 seconds to go in this first period.
Danny Savage on the line, number 69 from State College. And we have Captain Barbed Wire, 707.
That's right.
Lehigh Valley.
Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, where Lehigh Valley calls home. Oh, And Lehigh gets a break here. Danny Savage is called off on a back block.
Lehigh gets a break, but I've got to tell you, their defense has been just absolutely rock solid here at the beginning of this jam. I think they're going to have really no issue killing this penalty.
Well,
they'll have to let go right now.
Yeah. Barb Dwyer is lead jammer. Danny Savage still sitting down. Now she's standing up in the penalty box. That means she got 10 seconds to go. Somebody's called for a penalty. It's the pivot for Lehigh Valley, but 5 points for Barb Dwyer now. Danny Savage still has to complete the initial pass. Barb Dwyer snaking through the pack. 5 more. Oh, and Danny Savage is called off again. She has the star in her hand. I'm not seeing the call, but the power jam will continue for Lehigh Valley.
Lehigh Valley has got to feel excited about this. This is the kind of momentum change that we talked about earlier.
That's right.
Maybe this is what they need. You know, they're looking at only 47 points at this point.
Sure. And Barb Dwyer escaping the pack for 5 more. This is now a 15-point jam for the Lehigh Valley All-Stars. Barb Dwyer finding Ovarian Fist, holding down the outside of turn 4. Power jam is over. Danny Savage through the pack, puts the star on her helmet, and Barb Dwyer's going to call off the jam. 2 penalties on the jam for Danny Savage. And we're waiting to see whether there were any additional points. Yes, there were.
Yeah.
4 additional points. Big jam for Barb Dwyer and Lehigh Valley. They cut that lead in half almost. 39 now for Lehigh Valley, 77 for State College. And false start here, an official timeout on the track.
Yeah.
Zombabe with the star for Lehigh Valley.
I think if Lehigh Valley can go into the half here in about 8 minutes with about the same differential that they have right now, the mentality that they will come back to the second half with is going to be one of, I think we could probably do it. I feel like the next 8 minutes and 12 seconds could be the most.
They're very important.
They're
yes.
Maybe even the most important 8 minutes of the entire game, because they're going to set up the momentum for that second half.
That's correct. Yeah, Chad, I would tend to agree, and and then you break those 8 minutes even into individual jams, and you see how it goes from there. Sasquatch has shown she had a really strong game yesterday. So Zombabe, of course, a quality jammer for State College as well. And the official timeout has concluded. That was brought to you by Sea Dog Brewing, who is on site at Coastal Chaos 2018, bringing us food and beverage. Here we go. It's 5-on-5. Sasquatch pushing the front of the pack, but taken down by by Blackout Betty.
And Zombabe just really had no problem with that Lehigh defense. And she's into the pack now. Things have slowed down just a little bit.
That's right.
We may have a skater down, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
looking out. No points either team.
Okay, scoreless jam, considering that Lehigh Valley gave up that lead. They can't feel too bad about that.
MJ Smasher and Scott.
Yep. Still, I'm checking in. Blackout Betty is in the penalty box for State College, so it's a pack advantage for Lehigh Valley. Slammer looking inside and taken down by the pivot. Now she's lead. Yeah.
So lead jammer in with lots of time.
That's
Scott
correct.
was recycled back a fair amount. She could pass her right here and pick up
a lap point.
A lap point.
Yeah. Oh,
a little jammer on jammer there.
Sure, Scott doing a good job holding on to her balance. Actually, MJ Slammer initiated the contact, but almost got the worst of it. But a 4-point victory for Lehigh Valley. They're on 43 now. State College 77.
Gonna have to grovel and fight for each one of those jams. 3 points here, 4 points there.
Yeah, so State College got, they're a quality team. They got a couple of lucky breaks early in the first period, and they certainly capitalized on them. But if you're Lehigh Valley, you're probably saying, when are we going to get our breaks? Okay, we got Barb Dwyer jamming for Lehigh Valley.
Lehigh Valley's breaks are I think they're going to come on the defense. They've got to be like flypaper out there and stick to that State College jammer as much as possible.
Yeah, it's Letter Havoc jamming for State College right now, and Dwyer lead jam for Lehigh Valley. And the star is passed to Lucifer Ace.
With half a track length, quick, easy 4 points.
Yeah, coming back into the game with 5 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Now it's just a 30-point deficit for Lehigh Valley. Lucifer Ace, a former jammer for the Dutchland Derby Rollers, skated under a couple of different names and then moved to State College, is now a member of the Happy Valley Dolls. We have Danny Savage and Sasquatch, the jammers of the record.
So 3 blockers are up front with Sasquatch. Sasquatch carrying all 3 of them. Sasquatch is through in our lead jammer.
Yeah, this is 3 leads in a row for Lehigh Valley. Sasquatch untouched on the inside.
Sometimes some points feel bigger than others. Those 5 points seem huge right now.
Yeah, taking the lead down to 25 points. A calamitous collision on the outside of turn 2. And somebody's going to the penalty box. It appears that it is Lynn Diesel for Lehigh. All right, Lorax now given the star for State College. State College is they profit on their star passes. They don't, just pass the star to pass the star. They usually find someone and the pivot's in the position to take the star. Okay, and an official review now being requested by State College, and 9-0 jam takes Lehigh Valley to within 21 points now.
Yeah, I wonder
56.
If that official review, I wonder if they're looking to see if any points were picked up at the end of that jam. Potentially there could have been a couple, but I don't have a replay of that. So
no, well, we'll find out quickly. Again, the WFTDA-Recognized Tournament program is very exciting this year. Let me go over some of the coming tournaments. We talked about this weekend. Next weekend, the Big O in Oregon is taking place, hosted by the Emerald City Roller Girls, and that is where some of the top 20 teams will often get their sanctioned play in for the season. So that's something you're really going to want to check out. We have Utter Chaos in Madison, Wisconsin, hosted by the Mad Rollin' Dolls, May 18th through 20th. And put up your Tokes, Kitchener-Waterloo, next weekend, hosted by Tri-City Roller Derby.
Zombabe and MJ Slammer.
Okay.
MJ weaseling her way through. She's out. She's our lead jammer.
And Lehigh Valley making a charge now. Zombabe with the star off her helmet. Comes through, though. Completes the initial pass.
Slammer threads the needle and calls it off. We talked about those last 8 minutes. We still have 3.5 of those last 8 minutes left.
That's right. And that was a 5-point scoring pass for MJ Slammer. So it's down to a 15-point State College lead right now. Scott's going to try to reverse the recent trend. Both teams at full strength. Scott will be facing off against barbed wire for Lehigh Valley.
I wonder if we'll see Black Widow try to make some room here for barbed wire. I almost thought she might on that inside. There's still an opportunity there if she can get over there. The problem is that barbed wire can't get past Scott to find anything on that inside.
That's right. And a penalty now on ammunition. Scott finds room, though. This is what State College needed. A little tourniquet applied. Lead jammer for the Happy Valley Dolls.
Barbed wire going backwards.
Yes.
Breaks out of the pack.
And Taylor So Swift, he slowed her down a little bit. That is the first points put up by State College in about 5 minutes of gameplay. 4 points awarded to Scott. Now that extends the Happy Valley lead to 20 points.
Sasquatch and Letter Havoc.
This is, again, a semifinal match. The winner goes on to face Rockin' City tomorrow in the championship round. The loser will play Rock Coast for third place. Sasquatch fighting the rear pack, and Letter Havoc at the front, lead jammer, State College. Anya Arson now facing up against Sasquatch, getting some help from Blackout
Tons
Betty.
of room on the inside.
Oh my goodness. All of a sudden, Letter Havoc showing her speed, a 5-point pass. We have a star pass on the Lehigh Valley end. Wayward Stay getting the star, a direction of gameplay going against Blackout Betty. Letter Havoc tied up at the back of the pack. She's going to call off the jam. And
forearm called on, I think, Sasquatch.
I wouldn't doubt that. It appeared to me as though Letter Havoc was getting held back pretty strongly. Whether it was a forearm, whether it was a shoulder, I'm not qualified to say. But that's a 9-point jam in favor of State College, taking them up to a 29-point lead, 90-61. Okay, a lot on the line here. Danny Savage jamming for State College.
Up against MJ Slammer.
Yeah, MJ Slammer looking good.
Slammer is out, so
yeah,
Slammer likely the last jammer of this first half.
And State College with several blockers in the box, but so too is Lehigh Valley. We have a call-off, and I see Sprinkles going into the infield again. That's a 4 points awarded. The venue scoreboard says intermission, but we're going to wait to see here because I get the feeling that Sprinkles may have attempted to stop the clock after that. Yeah, 4 points awarded. Okay, so it's as it stands right now, it is a 25-point game, and this is intermission.
It is intermission.
In fact, wow. Well, Lehigh Valley doing what they needed to do, Chad, as you so aptly said. The way things were looking halfway through this first period, if they could close the gap and hold the differential, and they actually closed the gap beyond what we had talked about. So that is a 25-point lead right now for State College. But thank you for watching Coastal Chaos 2018, a WFTDA-recognized tournament brought to you by the Rock Coast Rollers of Rockport, Maine, and New England Roller Derby Report. We will be back with period 2 in 13 minutes.
Yeah. Anytime you're ready, you can. Oh, yeah.
Welcome back to Coastal Chaos 2018, a WFTDA recognized tournament. We are bringing you the second half action of the semifinal game between the Lehigh Valley All-Stars of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and the State College Roller Derby Happy Valley Dolls of State College, Pennsylvania. And you heard me correctly. Two teams from Pennsylvania had to come to Maine to play each other, and they are playing for a berth in the finals tomorrow.
That reminds me of when Maine and Massachusetts they go all the way to Pennsylvania just to end up playing each other for Battle of the All-Stars.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again.
Well, many of these skaters have played for Team Pennsylvania over the years in the Battle of the All-Stars. And this was really kind of a tale of two 15-minute groupings. State College taking an early, fairly large lead, but Lehigh Valley making their presence known at the end of the half, Chad.
Yeah, you could almost say the first quarter of the game was all State College, and the second quarter of the game was mostly Lehigh Valley.
Yeah, that is certainly the case, and it's a 25-point margin. State College still ahead, but the outcome is certainly up in the air right now. It's going to start the second period with a 2-2 pack and two very speedy jammers, MJ Slammer for Lehigh Valley and Let Her Havoc for State College.
I took a look to see how Lehigh Valley appeared when they came out of their locker room, and it looked like attitudes were positive. There was a definite level of excitement. They didn't come out with down faces or they weren't dour or anything like that. They look like a team that's ready to come out here and continue on what they started in the first half.
There we go, and MJ Slammer is the first lead jammer of the second period, but she is immediately throttled by Anya Arson. Let Her Havoc now out in front, and MJ Slammer has to use that lead in order to stop the action.
Yeah.
Scoreless jam. I don't know whether anybody was even released from the penalty box in that amount of time. I think one blocker from each team was. So we'll start up next time. This jam with 3-on-3 in the pack.
And it appears we've traded our pink dinosaur for some kind of porpoise.
That's right. The both teams have their onesie game in high pursuit right now. Danny Savage jamming for State College, finding room on the outside, staying in bounds with the hop. Lead jammer for State College, Danny Savage. Barb Dwyer a half a track behind for Lehigh Valley.
Yeah, Danny Savage has been super consistent all night long and a key part of why they are where they are right now.
That's a 4-point pass now for the Happy Valley Dolls, and that will take them to 94. Lehigh Valley still on 65. And a couple of blockers in the box now for Lehigh Valley, so it's a 4-2 pack advantage in favor of State College.
So Zombabe will have a lot less pink jerseys to worry about. Spins around on the inside, makes it look silly.
Yeah,
Zombabe,
there's about 3 seconds she was awarded the lead. Sasquatch doing a nice job completing the initial pass, but Zombabe now given 4, and Zombabe's going to run this one long, it would appear. Sasquatch through. Sasquatch gets 4. Now Zombabe will call off the jam, and we're waiting to see whether any points are awarded on that. Well, it's 2 more awarded to Zombabe on that second pass. So a 6-4 jam in favor of State College. Plenty of time, 27 minutes and 25 seconds to go in this second period.
Scott for State College in Lehigh Valley will send Helen DeRink to the line.
That's right.
3 blockers in Helen's way. I'm sorry, actually only 2 blockers. One of those blockers was actually Scott.
That's right. Scott was holding the outside line down. Now Helen DeRink looking for some daylight. She's bumped inside by Ammunition. She's not lead on the improper pass. But Scott's taken off the star, so we will not have a lead jammer this jam, Chad.
I don't know. I don't think that Scott happened to see that.
That's right. 4 points now for Helen DeRink, and it becomes an endurance contest to some extent now. Ooh, Scott powering through, evening up the jam. Helen DeRink toppled by Lorax now. Lorax is going to go off on a leg block, but Helen DeRink's going to have to recycle. And Scott dodging does get the foremost position now. I believe Helen DeRink has gotten all 4 points, but she continues to get swallowed by the pack.
I wonder if she will go for a star pass here. After being toppled, it looked like she was a little bit tender.
Yeah, Christy Winkler is wearing the pivot stripe for Lehigh Valley, and Christy has jammed some for the Lehigh Valley All-Stars.
I guess Helen says, nah, she's going to keep going.
She's tough. Well, there's still 23 seconds on the jam clock, so, a lot of scoring potential still there. Scott slicing and dicing in turn 2, finding the going tough. She's rolled back by Beckenhader. 3, 2, 1. The jam is over, and boy, that was
rough.
Yeah, it was a gut check. It was a gut check for both of the jammers. 3 additional points put up for each, and State College takes a 16-9 win on the jam. State College now with 116, Lehigh Valley with 78.
MJ Slammer down in there somewhere.
Yeah, getting very low to explode into the pack. Let her havoc with the star for State College. Boy, MJ Slammer, the burrowing pays off. Lead jammer for Lehigh Valley.
Let's see if she goes to the inside. No, goes all the way to the outside.
Let her havoc immediately passed the star to Lucifer Ace. Lucifer Ace was in position to run with it. So this will be, a low block call on MJ Slammer. And the jam was called. The jam refs are conferring. No points awarded. Sprinkles going into the infield again, and we are going to have at least an official timeout right now to see what is what. But
silver lining for Lehigh Valley is that State College didn't score any points either.
Correct.
It was a short jam, so you still have your preeminent jammer.
Okay, and
with
points are awarded to Lehigh Valley prior to the low block. So, yeah, that takes them to 81. It's a 35-point game right now. Again, the We Believe and United Nations Women program is a very important part of the WFTDA-Recognized Tournament program. Through our international giving program to support global change, the WFTDA is raising $15,000 for the United Nations Women's One Win Leads to Another program, using sports to develop leadership and economic skills for young women and girls around the world. It's a power start now for State College.
Lehigh can hold Savage for long enough. There may be a surprise jammer coming out of the box. Well, that's not going to happen now.
No, Danny Savage able to wrestle through that pack. Pack's beating up now. Lehigh Valley wants it at high speed.
Slammer standing. Slammer's going to have plenty of momentum built up by the time she gets around to this pack.
That's right. Pack in turn 3 now. That's a 5-point pass for Danny Savage, and Danny Savage might try to take a shot at MJ Slammer. Oh, boy, Danny Savage just so strong and stable. That's a 4-point scoring pass on the inside. Anya Arson with a hip check on MJ Slammer. Arson called off on that play, but meanwhile, Danny Savage completes another 5-point scoring pass.
Savage is through and calls it off.
Boy, Danny Savage has really come alive in this second period now for State College. That is an 18-point jam.
18 unanswered points. If you're a State College fan, you are pumping your fists at home right now.
That's right. If you're in the ER, be careful.
Don't re-injure or injure anyone else.
Sure. Zombabe. Excuse me. Yeah, Zombabe on the line for the Happy Valley Dolls. Barb Dwyer with the star for Lehigh Valley.
We'll have jammer on jammer for a few seconds here.
Yeah, it's a pack advantage for Lehigh Valley. Zombabe, just a lot of action, but Barb Dwyer finds a gap in the defense. Lead jammer Lehigh Valley. Barb Dwyer popped to the outside by Anya Arson. Forced the call off, a scoreless jam. Wow. These teams, despite the fact that they have not played each other, they have similar styles. They're both very interesting matchups. The jammer matchups are particularly intriguing because all of them are fast and wily.
Yeah, they have this. These are probably two of the more balanced teams that we've seen. There, there's the score is not. It's not a blowout yet.
Not at all.
And
yeah, Sasquatch now through and lead for Lehigh Valley. Yeah, I mean a couple of interchangeable players almost. If you put Danny Savage's jersey on Sasquatch, you probably would think that that was, and same for a couple of the others like Scott and MJ Slammer. All right, 1 point awarded to Sasquatch. Lehigh Valley with 82 now.
Lehigh mixing it up a little. Double barrel hot guns.
Well, and not to Letter Havoc will wear the star, not to bring up bad juju, but just reporting the facts. Double barrel hot guns in a relief role in the first period ended up going to the box a couple of times.
Yeah.
And that had a lot to do with State College expanding their lead to begin with.
State College just moving blockers and holding back the jammer at will.
Yeah. Lead jammer is Letter Havoc. Letter Havoc bouncing through. She goes outside. 5-point scoring pass. Letter Havoc.
Great communication going on the track with State College's defense.
That is certainly true, Chad. You look at Betty Blackout at the front there, directing traffic. Now we have a star pass. This is going to Wayward Stay for Lehigh Valley, but Wayward Stay is being drawn back. The star pass is going to be relinquished, going to the box as jammer now is Lehigh Valley's double barrel hot guns. 5 additional points for Letter Havoc. This could be the biggest jam of the game. Letter Havoc with no reason to push the issue too much. She wants to stay out of the box herself, and here comes Ovarian Fist on the offensive end. Okay, Hotguns out of the penalty box, completes the initial pass.
I think our box is empty now by the end of that jam. Lehigh now playing with 18 minutes left, really playing for standings points.
Yeah.
Playing for
Yeah, they've got to
they came in the underdog, but what they can do is, continue to try to work on that lead so that they get the best possible result as possible with the
that's
WFTDA rankings.
Yeah.
These games are all sanctioned games. So the result of these 3 games is going to matter when we get our update in a month or so.
That is correct, and every jam counts. We'd like to thank several of our sponsors of Coastal Chaos 2018. Clean Bee Laundry is the place for all things laundry. Diversified Inc., located in the Penobscot Plaza in Bangor, Maine. Owl's Head Solutions, a full-service branding, design, and development agency that offers the highest levels of creative presentation and technology. Abundant Health and Acupuncture, located in Rockland, Maine. And the Camden House of Pizza. Maybe some of these skaters will go to the Camden House of Pizza after this game and refuel with some delicious pizza. All right, thank you for all of our great sponsors here at Coastal Chaos 2018. Danny Savage with the star for State College. MJ Slammer jamming for Lehigh Valley. Slammer is downed by ammunition, and Danny Savage finds room in the defense. Lead jammer, State College. Slammer now through. Danny Savage just taking that impact and just powering through it. But MJ slammed her on a scoring pass of her own. 4 points for Slammer. Let's see what Danny Savage awarded 3. So, well, State College, they used some clock there.
Yep, that's another part of the game. You got the clock game.
Yeah, at this point, State College looking to advance for a rematch against Rockin' City. But with 17 minutes to go in this first period, Lehigh Valley could conceivably make a charge.
They could make a charge. I don't want to sound like a downer, but State College would have to fall apart. And I just don't see that happening based on the absolute consistency in each game that they've played this weekend.
Yeah, Zombabe, lead jammer for the Happy Valley Dolls. Coming in, going airborne, landing, calling. Zombabe got all 4. Wow. Wow, can we see that one again by any chance, Chad?
Yeah,
that was lovely.
We'll see if we have that instant replay.
Okay, here we go. Zombabe, yes, calling it off from her back after sticking the landing. And wow, what an exclamation point for Zombabe's jam. Next up for Lehigh Valley, we've got Christy Winkler jamming against Scott for State College. Scott, so quick, looks to the outside, comes back to the inside, but held off by Helen DeRink. And lead jammer going to Christy Winkler. Okay, Winkler now. Oh, what a beautiful play. A couple in a row now. Taking the outside straightaway. Christy Winkler is going to get some point. It's none for State College on that jam.
I think I saw probably 3 points on that.
Well, you were right before, Chad. We'll see about this time. The referees conferring, both outside pack refs and the jam refs.
They're not asking me yet.
No, they certainly aren't. And you are correct, Chad. Wow. 3 for Lehigh Valley. So the All-Stars still duking it out with the Happy Valley Dolls. Letter Havoc on the line for State College, and Sasquatch for Lehigh Valley. Yeah, 15 minutes to go in this game now. Semifinal game, winner gets Rockin' City, loser gets Rock Coast.
Lots of running room for these jammers.
That's right. Sasquatch pushing in the middle of the pack, and Letter Havoc.
Letter Havoc on the inside, but Squash right behind her.
Well, I've had the pleasure of watching Letter Havoc develop as a skater over the last 4 or 5 years, and one thing that she has worked on consistently is the ability to get low and get those strides, controlled and powerful. And you see it there. Letter Havoc just 1 point on that one, but as importantly, holding Lehigh Valley scoreless. So, Coach Sprinkles wanting to have some FaceTime with the officiating crew, but he's not going to stop the clock at this point.
Danny Savage and MJ Slammer, two very different jammers.
Isn't that the case?
Both equally effective in much different ways.
Yes.
Lead jammer is Slammer right now.
Well, and there we go again. State College is not afraid to pass the star, and their pivots know where to position themselves. This is Taylor So Swifty with the star. MJ fighting through. What a determined scoring pass. That's a 5-pointer for MJ. Taylor So Swifty bounced to the inside by Helen DeRink.
So Slammer ekes through again, squirted out of the pack there.
Yeah. Well, and this is actually one of those times, given the rating or the ranking situation and the differential, that going long makes sense.
Yeah, it sure does.
For Lehigh Valley, and they are they made the most of that one. We are going to see one additional point. That's 15 points for MJ, and 4 points on the star pass to Taylor So Swifty. Well played by Lehigh Valley.
Yeah, it was a fantastic jam the second half. Really showed that their head's definitely still in the game and looking big picture.
That's correct. Okay, we've got Barb Dwyer now jamming for Lehigh Valley. Zombabe for State College.
State College is all over her.
Here comes Zombabe making a move on the outside. She is in the free spaces. Lead jammer for State College.
And Barb Dwyer only now just getting out of the pack. I think the story for me for State College today has been the consistency of their defense.
Yeah.
They've had great luck, and not necessarily luck, but they've had great offense from their jammers as well.
Oh, Zombabe, though, called off for a back block, and all of a sudden it is a power jam for Barb Dwyer.
So we'll see. They can close the gap a little bit more here.
Yes, they can. Still 11 minutes and 35 seconds. Lucifer Ace trying to. Oh, and now we have a cutting the track penalty. Oh, Barb Dwyer must be thinking, what could have been right now. Zombabe will be sprung. Still 45 seconds on the jam clock. Zombabe with a spin, but she's going to have to reset around Razor Ramona.
And there's Zombabe with 5 points.
Yeah, both
reclaiming
teams.
What they lost to Barb Dwyer.
Exactly. Oh, and another penalty. This time a back block on Zombabe. The Jammers having a difficult time staying on the track.
Interesting timing on that one. That's gonna mean a power start for
it will.
Lehigh Valley.
It will. Barb Dwyer now into the pack. She is in scoring position. That will do it. The jam time's out, and the bodies are flying. This has been a tough matchup, and it's getting a little more physical with 10 minutes to go.
State College has requested a timeout.
Yes. And wondering whether it's an official review or just no. This is the first timeout.
Yep, team timeout
for State College. Probably a good time to exercise that option. Certainly don't want to let the game get away with the trip to the finals here at Coastal Chaos 2018 on the line. We want to thank Hiwa Tofu, a small family business in beautiful Rockport, Maine, and the Good Turn Company. They provide high-quality, fairly priced, cooperatively sourced food and health products. A member of the vendor village here at Coastal Chaos is Rocket Fuel, purveyors of high-test coffee milk. I don't know if you've tried that yet, Chad.
I have not had it.
I have not either. I really want to, but honestly, I'm a little frightened.
Yeah, I know.
What happens? Am I going to be awake at 4 a.m.? No, but everybody that I talk to says they love it. It's very tasty, and it's it's just coffee milk. I mean, I joke about being frightened. I also want to thank the Druthy Bear, a local pub focusing on traditional British food and savory pies. Okay, so the timeout is continuing. I don't know that it has matured into an official review. It has not. Jam Timer Slammerous is making the note that the signal that it is an official timeout now.
Just want to let everybody know if you're happy with the broadcast this weekend, if you've enjoyed it and you wanted to donate a little bit, we've got a GoFundMe link you can send a couple of bucks to. Totally up to you. If not, that's totally fine. Join us for the rest of this weekend anyway.
You know it, and
happy to have you.
But I'll boost that signal myself. New England Roller Derby Report, a stalwart up here, and actually made the trip down to Hatfield, Pennsylvania this year for the Battle of the All-Stars, and we enjoyed having you down in Hatfield, Chad. It was
love
quite
it
a
down
pleasure.
there. Yeah, Inline 309 is a fun place to go to, and looking forward to doing it again next year.
Yeah, the Battle of the All-Stars is certainly a fun way to start the roller derby season. We are back live. It is Christy Winkler with the star for Lehigh Valley. She's through first. She's lead jammer. Zombabe is sprung from the penalty box, and she does complete an initial pass. Winkler now on a scoring pass.
Yeah, Winkler's picked up 3. She's trying to work on that 4th before she calls it. She needs to call it now. She could have, easily that could have been a penalty, I'm afraid. But
yeah, wrestling down by Taylor Swifty, and now
Zombabe has 4 points she picked up. Now it's going to be called.
Yeah.
We'll see if she has I think she has, I know 3, maybe 4 points.
It is 4.
So let's say,
okay, it is 4.
The only thing that they lost was time on the clock.
Time on the clock.
They need every second that they have.
Yeah, like you said, at this point, it is what, a 71-point lead in favor of State College. 9 minutes and 15 seconds. 61, excuse me. You are correct.
We just gave them 10 points.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see what Sasquatch can do. I would be scared to spot Sasquatch 10 points. Yeah. Here comes Scott, though. Scott is lead jammer for the Happy Valley Dolls. Sasquatch completes the initial pass. And Scott cannot stay in bounds. Sasquatch takes advantage. That's a 4-point pass.
Maybe we will see a duplicate here.
It's very possible. Look at Sasquatch now.
Sasquatch is now up.
Yeah. And a rollback in place against Scott. Scott's going to call off the jam. And this is definitely a win for Lehigh Valley, a 9-3 advantage. You know, don't need lead jammer if you can pull that off. Next up, MJ Slammer for Lehigh Valley and Letter Havoc jamming for State College. Okay, it appears to be 3-on-3 in the pack. Both teams with one blocker in the penalty box. And MJ Slammer powering through.
Havoc breaks away.
Yeah.
So Slammer will have some time, not a lot.
Slammer in.
Quick hit, and will she call it off right now, or is she going to keep going?
She stayed in bounds, a 4-point pass. And Letter Havoc is popped by Sylvestra Shalom. Havoc now through. This will be 4 for State College, but 8 for MJ Slammer. Jammer on jammer coming through turn 4.
Oh, nice little whip around outside.
That was Becken Hayter providing the assist. But Letter Havoc powering through now on the outside straightaway, and that will force the call off.
There's a lot of action and a lot of work.
There sure was.
They came up a little bit.
That's correct.
Closed the gap just a little bit more.
That's correct.
I know they really want that 15-point jam, but I think against State College, you got to be happy with even the onesie-twosies at this point.
That's right. Every positive differential jam is going to benefit Lehigh Valley. We have Barb Dwyer now for Lehigh Valley, and she does find room in the defense. Danny Savage with the star looking to pass to Lucifer Ace. Lucifer Ace does have the star and finds room. Barb Dwyer now up at the front of the pack. Danny Savage actually playing defense. Avarian Fist with the bump out. Dwyer going to call off the jam. 4 points. And I tell you what, Chad, Lehigh Valley crawling back in.
Yeah, and with 5.5 minutes left, I try to not be, over. Sometimes when we announce, we say, well, they can still get in it. But you know what? They kind of can.
They kind of can. It's 49 points right now. One big jam, and this could be a very different complexion. Here we have Christine Winkler versus Zombabe, and Lehigh Valley really seems to have gotten a spring in their step over the last couple of minutes.
This is very reminiscent of the first half of this game where State College owned it, flat out owned it, and then here in the last few minutes we've seen Lehigh.
Here we have a lead jammer and a star pass again on the State College side. This is again Taylor So Swifty, Christy Winkler. See, and the one thing with that quick star pass is it limits the damage that the Lehigh Valley jammer can do. Ooh, and stealing points. Taylor So Swifty. She knows what to do with that star. That's a 3-3 wash from what was at the moment a
3-point game.
A clear advantage to Lehigh Valley. Timeout now being called by Lehigh Valley. This is their final timeout. They still have their official review remaining. And boy, this has been a very entertaining game to watch, Chad.
So the loser of this game will go on to play Rock Coast.
Correct. The tournament hosts. Yes, for third place.
And if things bear out the way they look like they do, and it's Lehigh, I gotta say, I absolutely would favor Lehigh over Rock Coast. The last game we saw against Rock Coast and what they were able to put together. They had a great first game, but I think Lehigh is just too balanced.
Yeah, Lehigh is looking very sharp, and they have shown spurts of just dominance really here.
Well, 4.5 minutes, maybe we'll be talking about State College playing against Rock Coast.
Well, it's going to go down to that. This is Scott versus Sasquatch, and Sasquatch popping her way through the pack.
A big smile on her face as she came around 3 and 4.
Yeah, Scott now in scoring position for State College, and Scott coming around on the outside, putting up the first 4 points of the jam. Sasquatch has, boy, the State College defense really tightening up when they need to. Disaster Girl and Lucifer Ace teaming up. Lucifer Ace called off for a forearm. Here comes Scott on a second scoring pass. Pushing the pack, but Sasquatch untouched on that pass.
So that will, for the time being, Sasquatch will be up.
Yeah. And it's not currently 9-4 on the jam, and Scott being dealt with. Ooh, Sasquatch coming through again. She is lead. Scott is needing to get out in the free and open spaces.
Yeah.
She does.
And finally.
Here comes Sasquatch. Another scoring pass. This one's going to be 4. Sasquatch calling off the jam, and oh my. Oh my, an 18-point jam. The lead is now 39. State College 199. Lehigh Valley 160, 2 minutes, 48 seconds. And here is where those timeouts could be very crucial.
Yeah.
Lehigh Valley's going to have to stop the clock realistically after this next jam.
Yeah, if they want to be able to get another jam in, they're going to have to do that. So there'll be an official review of some sort.
Oh, and MJ Slammer is called off. Let her havoc, the steady, dependable jammer for State College, now given lead, and this changes the complexion entirely.
Yeah, it sure does. I wonder if they'll ice her in the box and then take the power start and be able to close the game down almost at will. We'll see what happens.
Yes, we will.
There's only 5 seconds or so left on that penalty, so I'm guessing they'll spring her.
Well, you can see that Let Her Havoc waited for her offensive help before she really did much engaging with that Lehigh Valley defense at all. She knows how important it is for her to stay on the track right now. MJ Slammer is off. She completes an initial pass. Let Her Havoc already ahead. She looks to the bench. Let Her Havoc with 9 points. There's still a lot of time on the period clock. There we go. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go, and if Sprinkles wants to stop the clock now, he's going to have to call for the official review. That was a big jam. Things going State College's way.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's going to make that call.
No. He's watching the period clock wind down to 1:04. And Barb Dwyer now ready to jam for Lehigh Valley against Danny Savage for State College. Period clock under a minute. So Lehigh Valley with no give up at all. Barb Dwyer, lead jammer, Danny Savage chasing. Barb Dwyer scoring pass.
So I would, as long as we don't pick up any jammer penalties, I'm sure Barbed Wire will just
skate out the jam.
Skate out the jam.
Force State College to earn it fair and square. Force State College to keep their jammer on the track.
Yeah, and you hope if you're State College, you say, well, let's, if we can draw a penalty, that would be great.
Yeah, nice defense there, taking Danny Savage to the outside of turn 2, but Danny Savage. Now
we'll use our official review.
Yes,
I see.
Yes.
He certainly was looking at the clock while
Yeah,
We thought
and
maybe he
one
didn't care.
additional second added to the clock. So, hey, like you said previously, Chad, Lehigh Valley keeping their head in the game without question. That was an 8-4 jam. So now the differential.
11-4.
11-4. Well,
11-8.
11-8 now.
Well, we'll just wait and see what the scoreboard
We
does.
probably
We'll
should have done that, huh? State College with 216. Lehigh Valley with 171. 29 and 16 is 45. That's the difference right now with 1 second on the clock. Very interesting by Sprinkles calling that official. Well, you gotta give Lehigh Valley credit on that one because they're not just skulking off. They want every opportunity to narrow this gap as much as they can. Okay. It appears that Sprinkles was just using the official review as a timeout.
As a timeout, yeah. To get that extra jam in there.
Okay.
We have, looks like even strength, both defenses down by one blocker.
Zombabe jamming for State College.
Zombabe on the outside. Lead jammer, Zombabe.
And this is it. Zombabe's
call
going to call it off triumphantly. Look at that smile. State College going for the rematch against Rockin' City tomorrow for the Lighthouse Trophy here at Coastal Chaos 2018.
A great game. There was some just altogether smart play throughout that entire game. Obviously, two teams that know what they're doing.
Very much so. It looked for a while in both periods as though the game could get away from Lehigh Valley, but it never did.
It never did. No, right in it until the very end. And I don't know there's not a huge difference between them in the national rankings, but that's a fairly close score.
Yes, that's a representative score. It might actually help Lehigh Valley.
Yeah.
So State College is going to move on, and this is a semifinal game. They'll be taking on Rockin' City again for a rematch of the game that they took at the River Valley Riot in November of last year. And Lehigh Valley will be taking on Rock Coast for third place. And the assembled fans are loving this action now as the Happy Valley Dolls take their victory lap. Like you said, both teams with the strong onesie games.
Yeah, that was that was great. That was a great game to watch from beginning to end.
It certainly was.
I love that Lehigh was able to, they kept reining it in just a little bit. They would, State College would get away, but Lehigh was able to draw them back. That's a sign of a team that has got a lot of patience. They got a lot of courage, and I can't wait to see Lehigh play against Rock Coast tomorrow.
That's right.
And then, of course, State College in that championship game. I think tomorrow is going to be a fantastic day, Gretchen.
It is. It is. Don't make too many plans because we will be here bringing you all the action all day long, starting at 9:30. We want to thank you for watching Coastal Chaos 2018, brought to you by the Rock Coast Rollers of Rockport, Maine, and New England Roller Derby Report. Our next game will begin at 9:30 a.m. tomorrow Eastern Time.
Well, we'll see you then.
Yeah. Take care. Enjoy your evening.